All right, guys, so we are leaving Ron Hoover RV and Marine in Corpus Christi, Texas with the all-new Road Armor suspension on the fifth wheel. Again, this is an LCI product made by Lippert Components. It is a very, very improved version of other systems that are on the market because they were able to accomplish what they were trying to do in terms of giving you the articulation you're looking for, the travel you're looking for, the movement, while more importantly giving you the dampening without giving you a system that has a failure point that could cause, catastrophic damage or could cause a major component failure. The basis behind this system is that they designed it in such a way that once you install this and you put this on, it's one of those kind of set it and forget it systems. Of course, you're going to want to still grease your bolts. You're going to want to make sure that everything is tight every now and then, inspect everything to make sure nothing's wearing prematurely. But it's a system that can give you a lot more peace of mind than some other systems on the market simply because of how it's designed and inherently how they manufacture the product to not necessarily have too many significant failure points. This is a product that they've been putting on Keystone Montanas as well as other Keystone fifth wheels for several months now, and it's one that I think has been performing well for a lot of people. I know there's a lot of people in the market on the forums who have asked questions about it. Before I take on a project like this, I do a lot of research, and I want to make sure that people who have had this system or have this system have had good luck with it, because I don't want to put a system on the fifth wheel that is going to be prone to failure. That is definitely something that I want to avoid. So a lot of people often wonder, why I go with a certain component or I go with a certain part. And oftentimes I do it because I've done the research and I've looked into specifically how that product has been performing on other people's units. And then I make the decision on whether that's something I want to feature on my channel. Of course, everything that I talk about on my channel is my opinion. It's my, perception of how things should work. So you should absolutely do your own research if you're looking to do any type of upgrade, especially if it's a chassis related upgrade that could lead to other issues if it fails, especially if you're on a road. And I say that because there are always components that you may not be inspecting as often as you should, which can lead to premature failure of other components that you might add on. So for instance, just because you upgrade your suspension doesn't mean that it's fixed any structural deficiencies with the shackle hangers themselves or with some other component of your fifth wheel. So it's always good to look at upgrading your fifth wheel in a holistic type fashion where you're looking at all the components associated with your suspension before you take the leap and upgrade just one part of it. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have some really good footage that I'm going to be taking to give you a comparative picture or view of how this specific suspension performs compared to the SRE 4000 from MORryde that I just removed. In my opinion, I have a feeling that they're going to perform very similar in nature. I think they're going to handle bumps in a very similar fashion, but I'm going to be interested myself in seeing how the video turns out. So I'll put it on as part of this video and let you guys kind of see how it handles certain bumps. So I hope you enjoyed this section. I can tell you right now from just driving perception, I don't necessarily feel much of a difference, but I don't really expect to. I mean, you're towing a trailer, and I'm not riding in the trailer, so I can't necessarily tell you specifically how it's going to perform from that perspective. But what I can tell you is that it feels very similar to how the other suspension felt, and in my opinion, it's a good thing because I liked how the other suspension felt as well. For people who are looking at upgrading their suspension, for people who might want to go to something that might have a little longer life or give you the ability to smoothen out a lot of the bumps and jostles and things that rattle up through the chassis into the interior of your fifth wheel and cause premature wear, this is absolutely a product I would consider getting. I will give you a longer term review as we've had a chance to take the fifth wheel out on longer trips and see how the system holds up, but I don't anticipate any major problems. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.